Hey, Mr. Clash, another 3-star attack replay, and today we're having a look at a low hero attack on this sort of TAILOR base. It looks like a TAILOR base, a little bit congested, slightly different wall placement, not too much. Now coming in with the baby dragon on that outside to help create the funnel. Now in hindsight, the baby dragon only got one thing down before it was taken out by the air defense and the two archers shooting on it. So it wasn't a really good lot of value for the baby dragon. And probably could have done the same with at least a giant and one wizard if that's what was going to be used or whatever. But funnel created, so the bowlers come in. Now, low hero GOBOLALO on this base. So the bowlers, Clan Castle bowlers, take out two air defense, come in with the balloon portion of the raid as the second phase after the two air defense and Clan Castle have gone down. Now, the interesting thing is that the attacker has not come in from the Queen's side, which would have been a more standard sort of operating procedure sort of thing, but it doesn't really matter because by the time the king has jumped over, the queen comes over a little bit and the king aggro's on. Now here comes the lava hounds onto the air defenses. Now the thing with this, low heroes, if you can, attack bases with low heroes or at least low level defenses as this one's done. Now obviously the attack having max balloons, max golem and max hounds for Town Hall 9 is the same sort of attack that's used on a maxed out base and will 3-star maxed out base as well. Because your heroes are lower, they do far less damage, they may not survive. Things like that might make all the difference. So the idea is when you're learning these attacks and you've got low heroes, and that's where you have to learn the attacks with low heroes. You don't just magically have high heroes. The idea is that you should start on a lower than maxed base just to make things a little bit easier for yourself until you get the nuances down of the attack. Now we'll have a look at this again and have a look how quickly the baby dragon goes down. But then I want you to pay attention to the wizard deployment on the left hand side. The right hand side is as well, but the left hand side, the wizard deployment is very good there. So the golem goes down. A little bit slow on the wizard. So you've got wizard, wizard. Now notice that the outside wizard went down first. Now because that baby dragon took the other thing down, those wizards have the nearest thing for them is to now come in. So you notice by going on the outside wizard first, the wizard's next choice is to then come in and then help path into the middle. Now you'll notice those two left-hand wizards are still coming onto the inside. One of them is just taken out the wizard and the next one's coming in. If you're watching that wizard still, he's on the left. Now he's raged at the moment and he's shooting at the air defense and there goes the air defense. So that wizard that was put down on the outside on the left took out the air defense by the time it came in. So when you put your wizards down, you put them from the outside in and try and do it that way so that as if the outside building gets destroyed, then the wizards come in. And in, they keep coming in and then they help path into the base like those wizards do. So coming in with the hound, the first hound's down. Now at this point probably should be getting the second hound down as well. There we go. So the only thing, look, the air defense, the air portion of this attack could have come in a lot sooner while everything was shooting on the king. So that way less damage may have been on the hounds. But that's a little nuance that you develop further as you start to learn these attacks. So same principle has involved here. You put your two hounds down, bringing in the balloons so that the air targeting defenses are shooting onto the hounds. Now with the last balloon drop that was done on the cleanup, probably could have done that a little bit different, like maybe 2 balloons on that last cannon or something like that, but it doesn't really matter because it worked out anyway. So lesson is you're using the same troop deployment, same troops and the same method of deployment on the low base as you would on a higher base, or as you've seen the high hero bases, high hero attacks being done on the maxed out bases. You do exactly the same thing, except your low heroes, you target lower bases such as this one, so that your heroes can last a little bit longer accordingly, do the same appropriate amount of damage, let's just say, same ratio of damage, I suppose you could say, as they would do on the maxed out base. So a higher hero taking more damage from a maxed out base versus a lower hero taking less damage from a lower base. But overall, the damage that they do probably equals the same percentage in the base. So that's why you do this sort of thing. That's why you attack a lower base defensive wise with lower heroes, and you leave the higher bases with higher hero attackers. And then that enables you to start learning the nuances of the attack style that you're doing. Now, in this case here, you've got 3 air defenses still up, and there we go. So now that second one's gone down, and the instant it went down, the Lava Hound came in. So that's part of that planning. You're still following the same processes that you do on the maxed out bases and the attacks you've seen on the maxed out bases as you start to learn the attack strategy. So you still follow the same process, same procedures, same deployment method, targeted balloons in this case, and so on. Except you just do it on a lower level base so that you can learn the processes better and make tweaks. And that way you can see that the low level hero queen is still alive, but obviously if it was a higher level queen, she would have been much higher, had much more health left and doing much more damage. Anyway, that's it for today's video. I hope you found something very useful, especially for the people with low heroes, that you can see how you can start to learn the high hero level attacks on maxed bases. So thank you very much for sticking around to the end. Please comment, please leave a like, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.